We're live.
Welcome everyone. Welcome. Thanks for joining tonight. This is Andy Zitzman, and I just want to say welcome. Thanks for being here. We have people on from all over the world, so I know that we have people all over the world. I just want to say welcome and thank you for joining. Super glad you can make it because tonight is going to be epic. Tonight, the training we have prepared for you could possibly be the training that could set you and your business free and take you to the next level. Now, I don't know about you guys, but we haven't seen any training on the exact plan to launch and monetize a product, brand, or coaching program in 90 days or less. Now, lots of people are training on the pieces of the puzzle, but tonight we're going to help you connect all the dots. We're really excited to share with you the blueprint that's been working for us and our clients. So tonight, I have my man AJ Amex with me, my business partner, my friend, and just an all-around unbelievable person to help me deliver this process for you, this step-by-step process to finally set you free. And in fact, this four-step formula has generated AJ and I well over hundreds of thousands of dollars, a couple hundred thousands of dollars, and established clients all over the world in Bulgaria, the UK, Canada, and many right here in the US. And so you might wonder who I am and what I'm all about. Well, my name's Andy Zitzman. I'm founder of the Game Time Movement, where I'm a peak performance and business coach. And I also host my very own daily podcast. It's a motivational and inspirational podcast called Game Time with Andy Zitzman. And so my mission in life and AJ's mission in life, our business, is to help people just like you step up their game in life and business so you can truly have it all. Truly have it all. And here's what we know. We know that in order to truly have it all as an entrepreneur to truly have it all, you have to have a rock solid business. You have to have a rock solid business because here's the deal. You've dedicated your life, your life's work, your mission, your purpose, your meaning, everything to your business as an entrepreneur. And so in order to have great health, to have great relationships, to have a great spirit, you got to have a rockin' business because it affects every other aspect of your life. And so tonight, we hope that we give you some training that can help you do just that. Because here's what I also know. About 3 years ago, I was a corporate guy. And I had spent most of my adult life in New York City and Boston working for a Fortune 500 company in sales, high-tech sales, and management. And I had everything I want. I thought I truly did have it all. Until one day in my 30s, I woke up. And I just wondered, is this it? Is this all it is? And I wanted more. I knew there had to be more. So maybe you've experienced that. Maybe you've gotten to a point where you achieved your goals and your dreams, from a business perspective, maybe in the corporate world, just like me, only to wake up and be like, there's got to be more. And all of a sudden, this voice started talking to me in my head, and it said, Andy, there is more. And I started to listen, and I started to ask myself the questions. So what is that more? What is my purpose? What is my passion? What do I want my life and my life's work to stand for? And so I started to answer those questions, and I realized that it was time for me to go out there and help other people. Because, that was just, that was my goal. I just wanted to help other people do better in life and business. And so I finally listened. And I took that leap 3 years ago. And I'll tell you, boy, was I fired up. I mean, I was excited. I started to do all the things that you're supposed to do as an entrepreneur, right? I started to hire coaches. I started to get, programs and products. I started to do personal development. I mean, I invested tens of thousands of dollars. And so maybe you can identify with this. Maybe you are in the corporate world right now and started a side business as a coach, consultant, author, or speaker. Or maybe, like me, you already took that leap, but you're just getting started. Or maybe you've already gotten started, you've been doing it for a little bit of time, but you're not where you want to be yet. You just ultimately haven't hit all those goals, or your business is not at the level, either financially or with your clients, where you want it to be. Well, listen, I've experienced all three of those things. And, my journey after leaving corporate and then spending a year doing what I just told you, buying products, doing seminars, going to weekend events, up-leveling my community, hiring coaches, doing all the things we're supposed to do, spending and overspending on websites and other technology and services to try to get my business to the level I wanted it to be. Studying online marketing, doing all those things, only to wake up a year later after I left corporate and still not have all the pieces together. So maybe you can identify with that too. If you don't have all the pieces together, well, tonight you're going to learn just that, because when I met AJ Amex, everything changed in my business. I was able to finally start to connect the dots. I was able to put together a business with a step-by-step plan and a process to actually go out there and not only monetize to the level I want, but to actually just reach the people that I want and serve the way I wanted to serve. And so maybe you're in that place. And I'll tell you, AJ Amex and I together have now dedicated our life to making sure that we not only help you step up your game in life and business, but actually give you the simple step-by-step formula, the blueprint, the playbook to have the rockin' business you want. You see, we keep hearing a recurring theme. People keep telling us they wish they knew the exact steps it takes. They wish they had the paint-by-number instructions. So maybe you remember that as a kid, you know, the paint-by-number instructions. And tonight, it's going to be a no-holds-barred event. We're going to leave it all on the field, or at least on this webinar. We're going to make sure we rock your world this evening. I'm telling you, it's going to be epic. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do real quick. Just go all in with us. Commit to being 110% present. Turn off all distractions, mute your phone, close some browsers, turn off the TV, anything that could be distracting you. Just go all in tonight, because here's what I know. I know that if we both commit and we go all in this evening, magic is going to transpire, and you're going to learn and walk away with the new tools and skill sets that will help you launch and monetize your product, brand, or coaching program in 90 days or less.
Oh yeah, tonight's training is going to be epic. I'm really excited to share with everything that I've learned this evening. And I remember being in a very similar situation as Andy. You know, I felt this calling. Now, I was never corporate, never had a corporate job my entire life. But I knew when I was a contractor at the ad agency I was working for right out of college, I felt the calling. And I had no clue how to pull this calling off, how to share this message with the world. And I was naive to think that, well, maybe if I just had a website, like I started reading and I saw that people had websites. And so if I need a website, then people are going to find me and my life was going to change. I was going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars with this website. Boy, was I wrong. Man, Andy and I have together invested over $210,000 to finally know how to put all of the information together, all the steps, and we poured everything that we have into learning, into our journey, into this training tonight. So tonight I'm going to be teaching you guys all the playbook on how to launch and monetize a product, a brand, or a coaching program. Now, by the end of this training, here's what I want you to have. I want you to have the simple 4-step formula to scale your business. I want you to know how to get a return on your advertising dollars. I mean, why let them go to waste? I want you to have a proven system to build your email list. I want you to know the art and science to consistently grow your business. I want you to have the key to eliminating marketing overwhelm so we're getting some results. And finally, how to automate that follow-up process. Now, here's a typical result when somebody follows the frameworks we're going to be sharing tonight. This is Ryan Secco. He's a good client of ours. Love Ryan. He's a pilot. He's a real estate investor. And he sent us this email. He said, before I started working with them, I was spending all of my time in the technical side of the launch because of fear. I knew I needed to sell myself, but was afraid of the big no. With a support team, it gives you the confidence to actually talk about your brand, your product, and service with conviction. This program has been a game changer for me, putting me back where I need to be, selling the shit out of it. Now, I love Ryan, dude. He's a fiery guy. Love that guy. And I'm happy to tell you he's already sold $10,000 in coaching services from the first 3 weeks of working with us. And he hasn't even completed the whole full launch yet. I mean, he still has the copy to write for his sales page, get that up and write webinar scripts and all of the cool, fun online stuff. But is reaching out to his cold network. He's already done $10,000 in sales.
Yeah, I love Ryan too, man. AJ, you know, he is a fiery guy. And, you know, Ryan, if you're out there, we love you, buddy. And I wanted to also share another one of our clients, her success. Her name's Julie Latz. She's a certified food psychology coach. And, in fact, Julie is very special. She had a food addiction overcame that, and now has dedicated her life to helping others end their food addiction. And here's what she says. For the past 3 years, my dream has been to expand my one-on-one coaching practice into small group programs so I could serve more people. Prior to working with Andy and AJ, I've invested many thousands of dollars into seminars and other coaches, as well as websites, and nothing I learned turned my dream into reality. AJ very patiently made all the techie stuff that had been holding me back and not so intimidating, and walked me through every challenge I had. So there you go. You know, not only did Ryan have the technical intimidation factor or the overwhelm, so did Julie, and so did I when I left corporate. You know, I had no idea how to leverage all this technology. We simplify that for you. And so Julie goes on to say, I'm happy to report, you know, it goes on to say they are your one-stop shop to launch and monetize your business. I now have a website and my first group, and the sky's the limit for me. You know, and I'll tell you, I'm happy to report that Julie now has clients paying her $750 a month for coaching because they heard her on a podcast, opted into her list, received the automated follow-up sequence that she's created with us, and bam, they wanted to work with her. Julie has connected all the dots, has doubled her rates, and has, you know, way more paying clients in just 90 days. It's unbelievable.
And then another person named Alexa Williams Meisler. She's a social media strategist at ZD Design Agency. She wrote this email. Andy has the ability to truly hear you and at the same time see through the words to core issues and offer strategic solutions for change. Every coaching call I have with Andy results in advice, insights, and tools that I can implement. With Andy, I truly feel I've got someone on my side who wants the most for me in business and life. Thank you for all the insights that you've made, and you've made a huge difference, not only in my business, but my life as well. So those are the kinds of words that we get from like Ryan and Julie and Alexa, and we love getting messages like that from those that we work with. And by the end of tonight's training, I want to, and Andy does as well, we want to teach you guys how to do the same exact thing. Now, as I mentioned before, I was a rock star. You know, I had this 38-foot tour bus, and I was offered 2 record deals with the band I co-founded named Trade Cities. And starting in October of 2009, everything I knew about my world shifted. Within 6 months, by March of 2010, I had lost my music career. I lost the girl I loved. My parents decided to get a divorce after 25 years of marriage on my birthday. I didn't have a source of revenue coming in. My truck was not working. I mean, the turbocharger on my diesel wasn't working, so therefore I didn't have a truck. I didn't have anywhere to go anywhere. And with the help of my ego, I had managed to distance every single person I had loved. Now, all of this change left me asking one simple question. What in the world is my purpose of living? And after months of reading and meditation and praying and listening, a small, gentle voice said, to inspire millions to pursue their passions. So I said yes to the voice, and I committed to doing so, but I had no clue of how to get my message to the world. And then one day, a friend of mine named Rod Warren, he forwarded me an email from Brendan Burchard. This was the email, you know, one of those emails that changed the entire direction of my life. You know, it's really funny how God, the universe, spirit, whatever name that you want to use, shows up in your life, guiding you at that perfect moment in time. Maybe you guys can relate to this. I mean, here I was trying to figure out how in the world do I get to my message out to the world, and I was bashing my head against the wall in frustration, and then boom, here was a guy who was doing just what I wanted. I mean, Brendan had this message, and he was using the internet to get it out in a really big way. And so I listened to every word Brendan said, and I started trying to implement his advice for 2 years. And for 2 years, I struggled. I mean, I just couldn't figure it out. I had this website, I had this message, but I had no clue. Like, what's the steps I need to take to truly launch and monetize these products and these programs that I want to create? I mean, I was listening to a ton of webinars. I had purchased several information products, but I was left wishing I had the exact blueprint. I felt if somebody would just come into my world and say, hey, man, these are the steps that you would take. These are the steps that you just need to take one by one by one by one, that I felt like I could then pull off my ideas and I could make the business work. I was at Brendan Burchard's 10X Empire event in New York City, and I met a guy by the name of Garrett J. White. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but this guy was the guy who's going to put all of the puzzle pieces together for me. Several months after the event, I looked up at my vision board and I noticed a saying on it I'd never realized before. You'll see it here on the screen. It said, "The most successful achievers have always relied on mentors to reach their full potential." And it was at this moment that I said to myself, well, you put it on your vision board back almost a year ago. It looks like you need a mentor, buddy. So in August of 2012, I hired Garrett as my first business coach, and I got access to his on-demand home study program. At this point, I was tired of feeling like a hamster running on an endless wheel. I was ready to do anything to launch and monetize my programs and brand. And I knew I needed someone to come into my world, kick my ass, and guide me step by step through the process. Within the first week of working with Garrett and going through his program, I had my first sales page up and running, and I had filled my first program. Now, if I fast forward to today, and since August of 2012, when I really didn't know anything about how to do this, and Andy didn't know anything about how to pull off our dream business, we've gone on to have companies pay us up to $30,000 to work with them. We've created programs that have helped people all around the world understand how to use technology to attract customers and launch and monetize their products, brands, and their coaching programs. Andy and I have used this exact same formula we'll be teaching tonight to organize masterminds and group coaching programs where people pay us thousands of dollars every single month to be a part of and to reach hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, I'll tell you, AJ, and I'm so happy that you made those moves. I'm so happy that you went to that event, met Garrett, and hired your first coach and went and did the program, because that's what it's all about: taking some action, taking a leap, and actually just learning what you can as quick as you can. So let me ask you all a question. Have you ever felt like you were born to start a business, lead people, or maybe you just have a message that's burning deep inside you and you just want to share it in the biggest possible way? Maybe you've already started doing that, but you just need to take it to the next level. It's like you were put on this earth to make a difference, and maybe you're sitting here this evening trying to figure it out. Maybe you were like me and thought others had some secret sauce or method to accomplish this. And so let me ask you this. What would it be like to wake up every day and have people saying, "Yes, I want what you have. I need you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You've changed my life forever." That is all possible for each and every one of you on this webinar tonight. So I want you to take a moment and just visualize what your life and business could look like in the next 90 days. Just imagine you had simple step-by-step processes, the blueprint, the playbook, to take you to where you want to be in 90 days. And just see that. Because here's the thing. If you see it and feel it, you can be it well before it even happens. So I want you to visualize, what does your life look like 90 days from now? Put yourself into what's possible. Just visualize what it would look like. Your business. You see your clients. See yourself on a webinar. See yourself branded. See yourself having that website that you want. See yourself having the confidence that you want. See yourself having that high energy and belief that you know what, you're on your way. Just take a moment to see that, to feel that, and to be that. Because that's what it's all about. See it now, and AJ and I will help you with the step-by-step process, and we'll help you take your business to the next level.
Yeah, Andy and I, we do this all the time. Every single month we set new goals for our business and for our lives, and then we visualize the outcome. Now, there's a huge part to pulling all of this off, and it's to know why in the world you're doing something. Because if you don't know why you're doing something, if you don't have a reason that's driving you, I promise you, you're going to give up before you get going. Now, I'm always going to be 100% honest and transparent with each and every one of you. If you're going to pull off this dream as a coach, as a consultant, it takes work and it takes dedication. So you have to have that reason to drive you. So let's do this. Right now, write it down. What is your why?
That's right. What is your why, AJ? I love it, because you know what? Here's the deal. And AJ talks about being 100% honest and transparent. You got to know your why. And guess what? AJ and I, if we perfect this for you, can only give you 20% of the overall formula. Because guess what? The other 80% is your psychology. So you own 80% of what's going to happen for you in the future. And if you know your why, it will absolutely drive you. If you know your why, the how will become clear. Tony Robbins says that all the time. If you know your why, the how will become clear. Now, AJ and I will help you with the how, the strategies, the step-by-step process, the blueprint. But you got to own and know your why. And so you got to make a decision tonight to get really connected with that why. So write down your, what is your why? And when you're done with this webinar, come back to it and write down at least 10 reasons why, like very powerful, impactful reasons why you must launch your product, program, or whatever in 90 days or less. Why you must have this rockin' business for your family, for your kids, for your future. Why, and come up with them. I came up with 47 reasons why I must become a coach when I left the corporate world. So do that later after the webinar, get connected with it, and here's what it's going to do. You're going to have it on a piece of paper. You can hang it on a wall. You can keep it in your pocket like I did. But every time you have some fear, every time you have some doubt, every time you run through an obstacle, you can come back to that list and you can remind yourself exactly what your life's mission and purpose is, and you'll know your why.
And I'll tell you, my driving force is my girlfriend and my family. I just always want to be able to provide for them and offer them opportunities to expand and grow. So what is it for you? Now, let me ask you a quick question. Why in the world don't you have it? What's holding you back? Now, I can tell you after speaking with thousands and thousands of people over the years that there's always at the root of whatever people are saying, they're saying this reason or this reason, and this is what's holding me back. It's technology. I don't really know the blueprint. I don't know this. I don't know this. I'm overwhelmed. Like there's all of these things. At the root, the common theme is ultimately fear. It's a fear of failure. It's a fear of criticism. It's a fear of success. I mean, just straight up fear. And I get it. Like I really, really do. I had this conversation with my girlfriend a few months ago. I had just gotten back from San Diego and I was hanging out with Nick Unsworth. And Nick and I had spent a solid day together mapping out my goals and strategies for the year. And when I got back home, I was just frustrated. Now, you would think I'd been happy as a lark because here I was traveling throughout the United States, meeting extraordinary people, seeing one of the most beautiful places in the U.S., and I had plenty of money. I mean, everything was paid for. All of my business expenses, all my personal expenses, everything was taken care of, and yet I was ridiculously frustrated. And I took some time to think about it. I said, man, why am I so frustrated? So I did what I do since I do live here on 48 acres in Texas. I went out and I mowed the yard, and then it dawned on me. For the first time in over 4 years, I was scared to fail. And I sat down and went home, got back inside, and I sat down and I talked with Sarah about it. And I said, babe, for the first time in a really long time, I didn't think I'd ever say this again. I'm really fucking scared. I don't know what to do. And she took the time to listen to me, and she just said, hey, babe, you got this. Like, just commit and go for it. And she ensured me that I had all the talent, I was resourceful enough, and that we'd make it happen. And so I did. Now, I tell you this story because we all have fear. And fear is not this bad thing. It's just an emotion that says we are standing on the edge of a new threshold. And the only way to grow is to step into the discomfort and embrace the unknown. This is the only way to grow and expand our capacity to be and to do more. Now, the interesting thing about fear is the only way to overcome it is to just go. I mean, you cannot think your way to success. You cannot meditate your way to success. You just have to commit and take massive action. It's funny how when you take massive action and you just make that decision and go, you break through a new threshold, and then your capacity to be and to do more expands. And your life and the experiences that you have are transformed to a whole new level. If you're finding yourself afraid, I'm here to tell you I support you, and you are good enough. I want you to claim your awesomeness and step into the threshold and expand because you have this. It's everything you need is within you. Now, the reason I know this is because you would not be here tonight. You would not be here this morning or this afternoon, whatever time you're listening to this. You would not be here if you were not capable of creating the life you want. I remember hearing Michael Beckwith say, if you see it within them, it is within you. If you can see it within them, it is within you. And this statement, it changed my entire life. Because if you can see it within them, it is within you, meaning you would not be able to even see the possibility if you were not capable of being or achieving it. So I highly encourage you to just go for it and implement tonight's training. My goal for you by the end of this evening is to attract a massive following, build your email list, share your message with the world in a big way, have clients begging to work with you, automating your follow-up process, scaling your business quickly, and to get a return on your advertising dollars. So let's get into tonight's training. Now, here's the 3 major problems I see. Number 1, you have an incredible offering, but your market is not hearing you. I mean, you have this amazing idea, yet not many people are responding to your offer. It's like you're this guy, Matthew Silver. Maybe some of you have seen his videos being shared on Facebook and the other places in the social spaces on the interwebs. He's the guy that walks into Forever 21 yelling, "All you need is love," and dancing around in a Speedo and banging on this little drum. Now, I'm totally down for this, kind of. I mean, I'm not totally down for walking around in a Speedo and beating on a drum and yelling, "All you need is love," but I am totally down for if somebody's called to do something and they're coming from a place of love, go for it. But here's the truth. The people at Forever 21, they just want to shop. They just want to buy clothes. They just want to have a good shopping experience. No one in Forever 21 is going to have some type of epiphany, strip down, put on a Speedo, pick up a drum, start dancing with him, and then march out and saying, "All you need is love. All you need is love." Like, nobody's going to do that, right? Now, if you went to Woodstock or some other hippie place, now, Matthew could find his people. He could find his tribe, and he could lead his people, the people he feels he's been called to take a stand for. And many of you on tonight's call, maybe you're not this extreme, but you're definitely not speaking your target market's language. Now, here's the good news. It's a very simple, minor tweak. All you need to do is map out your journey. And I'm going to share exactly how we can do that here in a second. Now, here's the second problem. You're overwhelmed. I mean, you're suffering from shiny object syndrome. Squirrel, like cat, right? Like you just get distracted instantaneously. Now, here's the problem is you think there's some new marketing strategy or some tool or some platform, and you think that this is going to be the thing that's going to set you free. Now, I need you to understand this ideology could not be further from the truth. If you guys want to crush and launch and monetize your business, your product, your coaching program in 90 days, you have to focus. You have to get back to the basics of business. What you need to do is you need to know your target market. You need to know their pain points. You need to know how can you help them. You need to connect with those people and then sell them your offering. It's your duty, if you feel called, to go sell them because people are begging for you. They're saying, "Please, show up, help me." And we're doing them a disservice if we have something that would help them and we don't even give them the opportunity to take you up on that. Once you're selling them your offer, deliver amazing service. Change these people's lives, right? Where all you need to do is under promise and come in and over deliver. Deliver amazing service and then just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. That's it. And by the end of tonight's training, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this and leverage technology to get your message out in a very big way. And the whole part is automating the process. Now, here's the third problem. The third problem I see is a lack of consistency. I need you to understand you do not get a ripped body like Bruce Lee by visiting the gym once a week. You do not get a ripped body like Bruce Lee by visiting the gym every day and then randomly doing whatever you feel, keyword feel, inspired by for the day. If you want a ripped body like Bruce Lee and more importantly, keep that body, you have to create a strategy and consistently implement it, no matter what. You have to get committed and implement. No one is going to give you a ripped body like Bruce Lee. You have to commit and go out and get it. No matter how hard you pray, no matter how long you meditate, no matter how many positive thoughts you think, it's just not going to happen. And you see, many people, we get inspired by the lifestyle of being a coach or a consultant because this is the type of lifestyle we can have with an online business. And don't get me wrong, I like the lifestyle. I like going on cruises with Sarah. I like doing surfing on this little machine thing that I discovered. I thought it was a great time. I like going to dinner with my mom and sister. I like hiking up Camelback Mountain with Michael O'Neill, right? And other people and other friends from Life on Fire. Like, it's fun. We have a great time doing that. But the truth is, you're not going to have the lifestyle unless you're consistent with implementing a cohesive strategy. Many people, we hear YouTube and that video is the place to be. So we go out and we create videos for a month and then drop off the face of the earth. And then people hear, well, podcasting, this is the greatest strategy since sliced bread. So they go out, they buy all the equipment, they launch a show, and then 7 episodes later, they fall off the face of the earth. The secret to launching and monetizing is creating a 90-day plan, a 90-day playbook, a 90-day game plan, and consistently implementing every single day. And thankfully, by the end of tonight's training, you're going to have the exact blueprint, the exact playbook that's going to rock your world. So how in the world do we pull all of this off? Well, first of all, we have to understand the 5-step online empire creation formula. So let me break this down for you here, right? In order for us to have a successful business, first of all, there's going to be strangers out into the interwebs, out into the physical world, right? And offline meetings and so forth and so on. We then have to connect with those strangers and attract them into our business. Now, in the online world, we attract these people with our content, right? With our blog posts, with our Facebook posts, with our activity on Twitter, our direct outreach on social platforms. Maybe we're Facebook ads, paid traffic, direct mail. Like, we're attracting those people because we have to understand that these strangers, they're out here online looking for solutions. And actually, statistically speaking, from Yahoo, the good old Yahoo says, hey, 97% of people searching online have a problem and they're searching for a solution. So our job as business owners, as content creators, is to create content that's solving these strangers' problems. This is how we're attracting them into our world. And once we attract them, they become visitors to our web property. And what do we need to do on this web property? Capture them, right? Capture them with landing pages and maybe opt-in forms. However we're doing, we're capturing the data. And once we capture the data by offering them something of value, saying, hey, I want to give you this free thing. They put in their name and email. We get the data. We capture them. We then connect with them. They become leads, and we connect with them with our email marketing, with our ongoing Facebook posts or Twitter strategy. We connect with them. And when we connect with them, we turn the leads into fans. And once they're a fan, we then convert them into a customer through our offer, right? Through free strategies or complimentary strategy sessions, through webinars or mini launches. And once they convert and they become customers, then guess what? We amaze them. We amaze them with our products, with our services, with our programs, and to create raving fans. And if we do this correctly, guess what happens? They go out and tell somebody, and they come through the exact same process. Exact same process. And we have a plan for creating content. We have a plan for capturing. We have a plan for connecting. We have a plan for converting. We have a plan for amazing these people. And this is what happens. Now, here's the dealio. For some of those who have been studying internet marketing for a while, this model is pretty basic, and I get it. But for those of you who are wanting to get into the game, your minds are blown right now. I remember the first time I was exposed to this model was in 2008, and I was like, holy shit. This is awesome. I wish I would have known this 5 years ago when I was touring through music, right? Now, here's the good news. As long as the world spins, this 5-step framework will always hold true. Because no matter what type of business you're in or what you want to create, this is going to work because it's all based about relationships. We're attracting people, we're connecting with people, and we're fulfilling on our offer. This is pretty much basic business. Now, here's the bad news, though. You can follow this entire model to a T and still not get paid. And maybe you're one of those people on the line right now. Now, why is this, right? Why is this? I remember thinking the exact same thing. I understood the model. I was going through it. I understood marketing, understood mechanics, but I wasn't getting paid. And I was like, wow, what's going on? What I discovered is it's because you're lacking the foundation that makes this entire model work. Now, hear me on this. You can learn the mechanics of marketing all day long, but if you lack power, no one will listen to you. And what I mean by power is the ability to have absolute clarity, confidence, and certainty in your ability to produce results and knowing exactly what your target market is going through and providing them a framework to get them through their gap to arrive safely at their desired promised land that flows with milk and honey. Now, if you're going to launch a product, a brand, or a coaching program, you have to lead your people. You have to speak their language. You have to get them results, period. And that's one thing that I love about all of you guys on tonight. I love that about you guys because you guys feel something inside of you that's calling you to lead your people, calling you to be that change that you want to see in the world. And my job, Andy's job, is to equip you with the game plan to make sure that happens. Now, I want to tell a story real fast of my epic fail, right? The year was 2009, and I was in the midst of transitioning out of touring full time. I had just started learning about internet marketing, and I was jazzed about all of the ideas of lead capture pages and autoresponder sequences. And I had this idea that the music industry needed what I had discovered. So I did what anyone would do. I hired a consultant to teach me how to build a simple one-page WordPress website. I talked a friend of mine into shooting and editing videos for me, and I bought a plane ticket to Los Angeles to tell record companies they needed to purchase the program I was putting together. Now, you may see where this is going. I flew out to Los Angeles for 3 weeks. I got on the phone and started calling record company executives and all of my contacts, asking them to promote this program to their artist. And in return, I said I would pay them a 60% an affiliate commission, which I thought was super generous. At the time, 50% was standard, just like it is now. And I'm like, hey, what the heck? I'm new. Let's pay them 60%. And they kept asking me the same question. Hey, AJ, this sounds great. But what results have you gotten for an artist? Now, keep in mind, I had never done anything I was talking about. In fact, I could barely explain it. My clarity levels were low, and my confidence and my certainty levels were basically non-existent. Now, at the end of my 3-week stay, I was out of money, and no one wanted to promote my offering, so I returned back home here to Texas, back to the drawing board. And for 2 solid years, I tried to find the answer. I understood the mechanics, but I could not make it work. Now, here's the secret I was missing. I needed the foundation of power, platform, program, promotion. And if I could understand power, platform, program, promotion, then I could become profitable, right? I could start making money. Now, these are the 4 steps to launching and monetizing a product, brand, or a coaching program. See, you have to, this is the foundation everything sets upon. Because if you know power, if you have your platform set up correctly, and you know on the basic outlines of a program, and you know how to promote, then guess what happens? You start attracting people, you start capturing people, you start connecting with the people, you start converting with the people, you start amazing the people. But without the foundation, nothing's going to work. So the first step, like I mentioned, is power, right? So how in the world do we get to a place of getting to a place of power? And I thought, who's better to illustrate power than He-Man? So hopefully you guys like He-Man as much as I did. I thought he was a pretty cool cartoon back in the day. Now here's the first thing, problem. You need to understand, what problem are you solving? Now, so many times as a coach, as a consultant, definitely as a coach, we want to be really, what's a word? I don't know any word for this besides flu-fluey, which is just we water down our language, right? Like so many times if we're a life coach, we're like, oh, we can help you love yourself, and we can help you meditate and life becomes better. Like, right? But that's not, people don't go to bed thinking, you know what, if I just love myself, I think I can make more money in my business. People don't go to bed at night saying, you know what, if I just loved myself today, then my relationship with my girlfriend or with my wife would drastically change. We would be able to have, way better connection. We'd be able to have a way better experience. People don't go to bed at night thinking, if I loved my body and I meditated, then maybe I would have the commitment to go do the work to then work on my body and sculpt it to what I want it to be. We just, our lizard brains in our mind doesn't operate this way. And this is what I meant by Matthew Silver in illustrating that very extreme example where your target market's not hearing you. They're going to bed at night saying, I need to make more money. They're going to bed at night saying, I need a better relationship. I need to fix my relationship. I need to take my relationship to the next level. I need to heal a relationship with a mother or a father or a grandparent, right? I need to heal the relationship with myself, right? They're going to bed at night saying, I wish I just knew how to lose weight. I wish I had more energy. I wish I felt better. I wish I felt, I don't know how to explain it, just lighter, right? I wish I could just feel cleaner. I felt lighter. It's a body. So my question to you, my friend, is what problem are you solving? At the root, is it a money issue? At the root, is it a relationship issue? At the root, is it a body issue? And once you understand what the root is, then commit to solving that for the people. And don't be one of these people like I was for years that said, I'm too good for that. Everybody that, that they seem to be doing it, but those people are sleazy that just tell you, I can teach you how to make more money. Those people are sleazy who tells you, I can help you have more sex. Those people are sleazy who tell you, I can help you lose 30 pounds. Maybe, but they're listening, right? You're telling the people what they want to hear so you can give them what they need. Don't rob yourself of your greatness by thinking, I'm too good for that. There's basic sales psychology and marketing principles at work. There's psychologies of influence at work. The root, getting to the problem that you truly solve. Now, here's the second thing, is who are you truly helping? So many times as a coach, as a consultant, we're like, we can help everybody. I can help everybody. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, come on in, come into my world. If I'm a coach, man, I'm a life coach. I'm a business coach. Man, I help everybody. If you just have a business, come to me. I have the gold. I have discovered the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I am the leprechaun. Come to me. I will take you to the promised land. But the problem with this, my friends, is that we then start speaking to nobody, and understand that if you try to be everything to everyone, you become nothing to nobody. So how in the world can we niche the niche? Let's say if you're in social media and you're like, I am a social media expert. And I thought this for years. I was like, well, that's niching. I'm niching. I'm a social media expert to authors, speakers, and coaches. That's niche. But the truth is, if I niche the niche and said, nope, I'm a Twitter strategist to authors, speakers, coaches, that, my friends, is niche. That separates me from everybody else. That gives me the opportunity to go on to different people's podcasts, to train on Twitter. That gives me the opportunity to go to events in Austin, Texas, and speak on Twitter. That gives me the opportunity to create webinars and trainings that people want me to share with their audience because they want to learn that specific skill set rather than something broad. And then I thought, well, if I'm selling that, or if I'm teaching that, then I'm only limited, and I'm coming from a place of scarcity saying, oh, well, I'm limited by just saying Twitter because I have these other skill sets, which is true. I do, right? You guys do. But don't buy into thinking, oh, if I do that, then I'm going to not speak to these other people. That's not true. That's coming from a place of fear. That's coming from a place of scarcity. That's resistance coming to you and robbing you of your greatness. When the reality, if you will abide by the law of abundance, if you buy into knowing that you have the power to reach who you want to reach, speak to your people, listen to your gut. Who are you filled to lead? Who do you feel called to reach out to and help, and go after them with everything you have? So one of the things we always teach in Game Time University and in our different programs and working with people one-on-one is what we call the power statement, the identity statement. And it goes like this. Hi, my name is, insert your name. I always like a tagline because I like saying, hey, what's up? This is AJ Amix, creator's mentor, founder of this, where I do this. And it's like the tagline is just something that represents me. I love working with creative individuals. Pretty much everybody Andy and I work with, man, they're all very, very creative, and they create content like a machine. I mean, they just love creating content. This is who I am as a person. It's who Andy is as a person. So we like working with creative people, and that's the tagline that summarizes me. So I could say, hey, what's up? This is AJ Amix, the co-founder of the Game Time Movement. But if I say, hey, what's up? This is AJ Amix, the creator's mentor, founder of the Game Time Movement, I have like this elevated persona. I have this charismatic energy that people are like, oh, yeah, that sounds good. It's just fun. It's fun to interject it. And why not, man? We're entrepreneurs. We create our worlds. We can create fun in our businesses if we want to. So, hi, my name is, tagline, founder or creator of what? Insert the company or the thing that you put together where you help teach or train who? Who are the people? Are they men? Are they women? Are they children? Are they elderly? Like, who are the people? Don't be afraid to limit it. And I have done this for years where I say, hey, I help women do this, this, and this. And I have men reach out to me and say, hey, man, I loved hearing you on the Strone Show. I loved hearing you on Life on Fire TV. I loved hearing your Soulpreneur Hour. And I see that you work with women, but dude, do you ever work with any guys? I'm like, man, let's set up a talk and let's see if you're a good fit, man. It may be a good fit. And guess what? They were a good fit, and I took them on as a client. So don't buy into that if you just say, this is who I help, that you're just Xing the rest of the world. Not true. So you're helping who on what? What are you helping them with or on? And then so that benefit. What does it matter to them? And remember to bring this into money. Remember to bring this into relationships. Remember to bring this into their health, okay? So if we play this out, and my power statement would be something like this. Hey, what's up? This is AJ Amex, the creator's mentor, founder and co-founder of the Game Time Movement, where we help and train coaches and consultants on the mechanics of mastering modern day marketing so that they can launch and monetize their products, their programs, and their services so that they can travel the world, so that they can spend more time with their family and loved ones, so that they ultimately have that business that they love waking up to every single day. Now, that's the identity statement. What happens is once you practice this and you own this with clarity, own this with certainty and confidence, you're able to walk into offline events, networking events, or videos, and you own that, or podcasts, or radio shows, or TV shows, and you drop that. The people who are your target that listen to it say, I'm that. Sounds like he could help me, and I want those things. Let me reach out to this individual. Let's see what type of conversation that I could have. Now, here's the third step to getting to a place of power, and it's path. You need to understand what is the path to get the people a solution. Because the reality is that our job as a coach, our job as a consultant, is to get people from point A to point B as quickly and efficiently as possible. And the best way to figure this out, my friends, the best way to figure this out, guess what? Is to look at your life. Look at your life. You've walked it, my friends. And if you haven't walked it, then how in the world are you qualified to be a coach? How in the world are you qualified to be a consultant? Because you've read some book, you've listened to some training, and now you feel qualified? If you want to have certainty and confidence, if you walk it, that's when you become absolutely confident. And I remember for years when I was, putting together trainings, and I suffered from imposter syndrome, like I'm sure many of you guys on tonight's training do. And by the way, to this day, I still involved with suffer from imposter syndrome. Right? I'll get real with you guys, because it's our brain, it's our limiting beliefs, it's our ego that's always going to be challenging us. Right? It's that resistance that's saying, nope. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. And we have to learn to master our mindset and say, reshift, refocus, reframe, right? That's where we come with strategies. That's where we come and use this path process to realign ourselves to say, nope, I'm qualified. Let's go. Let's push through the pain. Let's push through this ignorant resistance that's talking to me today. And I'm going to push through. So how do we do this? Think through, what is the prison? And what I mean by that, there was a time in your life when you didn't have the money, you didn't have the relationship, you didn't have the body. And at that point in your life, what did it look like? What did it sound like? And what did it feel like? And you want to know these things because this is what helps you create the emotional resonance to your target market, because they're going, when you show up and you say, hey, there was a time in my life when I was like this and I experienced this, right? Like I could tell you guys, there was a time in my life when I was overwhelmed and I didn't know the steps to take, and I tried things and I invested thousands, tens of thousands of dollars into products and programs because I felt called to do this, and yet I could not get here. Right? I wanted to get to a paradise, a place where people were saying thank you, where people were opting into my list, where I could wake up in the morning, pick up my phone and see all of these people who have opted in, where I could pick up my phone and have PayPal emailing me confirmations of payments, where I could be on vacation and look at my phone one day and say, hey, you just received an $800 payment from a product you sold. And I'm like, I love my freaking life. Right? That would be the paradise, but we have to be able to paint that picture for our target market. And then we have to say, what were the steps that took us from a place of prison to a place of paradise? And that becomes what we teach in our programs. That's what we start teaching when we're on podcasts. That's what we start teaching in our content. And the last piece of this is we're looking at your own map, your own path. You know your prison, you know your paradise. What was that pivotal moment in your life that opened up your eyes as you're standing here on the brink of this threshold where you saw this paradise? What was your pivot point? As you guys heard from my story of connection earlier today, my pivot point was that email that Rod Warren forwarded me from Brendan Burchard. And I had that experience and I'm like, oh, I can do this. Other pivot point was when I looked at my vision board and I said, you know what? I have to hire a mentor, right? That was my aha moment. That was my pivot point. And I used my pivot point. And for you guys as well as a coach and consultant, this is important because this is part of your story of connection, your story of credibility is you're sharing that pivot point. You're sharing your journey, your hero's journey from prison to paradise with the pivotal moment. But at the same time, you're clarifying that so you can guide the same people that were like you to that new promised land. Don't discount your journey, my friend. Look and clarify your own path. And I will tell you that your profits lie in your pain and they lie in your path. Everything you've came through up to this point in time has served you. Don't allow your own ego. Don't allow, as you continue to look externally for the new secret sauce, the new secret this, the new tool, when reality is you have everything within you if you'll just take the time to clarify it. This, my friends, gets you to a place of power where no one or nothing will stop you because you will see how far you've came and nobody can take that from you. Now, here's the second step to this. It's platform. Understand your website must be set up properly. And I call this the homepage money machine because so many people make the mistake of having the online brochure as their website. Huge mistake, guys. Huge mistake. Right? If your website's not set up with a branded header that's positioning you as the expert, you want to know the quickest way to position yourself as an expert? Go out, get a lifestyle photo shoot. Because the users, us, the people on interwebs, we judge book by covers. People say you shouldn't. I promise you they do. They're looking at you, and if you look like an amateur, you will be seen as an amateur. If you want to be seen as an expert, then be one. Tony Robbins talks about this idea of be the person you want to become. So if you want to have a booming business, how today can you start being that person? What clothes do you need to wear? What confidence levels do you need to wear? What words do you use? How can you embody being that, right? And then how can you translate what it means to be that visually through photography? Best way to do it, lifestyle photo shoot. Doesn't have to break the bank, guys. I used to do this all the time when we were a band. We would hire college students, and I promise you can get it done for $100, $125, or a case of beer. They'll go out, do a great job. All you need to do is go out, Google, find some of the experts that you like, and ask the college student, hey, can I see your portfolio? If they have a great portfolio, say, hey, I love your work. Can you shoot something like this? And you show them those images, and they're like, yep. I'm like, perfect. Guess what you do? You go find a location you like. You pose yourself in those pictures. They know the composition of lighting. They snap a bunch of pictures, probably like 400, and then you have 20 that are going to work for you. That's going to serve you for years to come, right? So once you have the branded header on the homepage money machine, I love using video. And in this video, very short, we're talking 90 seconds, where all you're painting is the idea of problem, possibility, path, solution. That's the script for going through the video. Problem, possibility, path, solution. And you remember this. This is where prison comes in. Problem. Are you experiencing this? Bop, bop, bop. And then we talk about the paradise, the possibility. Would you like to get to this? Bop, bop, bop. And then we talk about your path. Hey, I remember being this. Talk about the pivot point. When I was here and I've discovered the secret to getting X, so I want to create, and I gave you Y. Put in your name and email address. I want to give you instant access to Y. Right? So you're going to be driving the traffic to the homepage money machine, right? We talk about attracting. They're going to then opt in. Understand your website needs to be doing three things. Number one, add value. Add value through a blog by either written, whether it's a podcast where you're putting that audio on your blog or your video. Understand nobody gives a damn about you or your business. I told you I was going to keep it real and very direct. And that's the truth. They're online searching for solutions, so your blog content, your content, whether it's written, audio, or video, should show up and give them solutions to their problem. If you do that, they're going to come here, they're going to come to the website, and then we can get them into our world and capture the leads by offering them something for free, and then we can make money. Now, how do we do this? We have to have a legit funnel. Now, the best way to have a legit funnel is right here. This is one that Andy and I use. We like it. It works really, really, really good. So you guys understand by now the idea of the homepage money machine. What happens is once they put in their name and their information here, they're going to get the thing that we promised. And the thing that we create should be an answer, a solution to the big-ass problem that the target market has. Whether this is solving solving the problem of money, relationships, or their body. What's the big-ass problem when it comes to one of those three things, and how can you solve it? And then give them the solution. In this first video that they're delivered, I like giving them kind of the 30,000 overfoot view. So if I was teaching you guys, I would probably go over a training like this where we're going through the view of power, platform, program, and promotion, and then offer, hey, for you guys, if you're here, I'd like to give you another added value. Since you're on my list, I'd like to give you a complimentary strategy session that's normally $500. Right below there's below the video is a button, click it. Understand the language I just said. I said complimentary strategy session. I did not say free, because if you guys are using the word free, stop. Because what's happening is you're discounting your value in the mind of the user. They're saying, oh, why don't you pay this if it's free? I know it's a slight tweak to language. Call it a complimentary. Tell them what your normally hourly rate is, whether it's $500, $1,000, $20. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to charge, right, based upon the value that you're getting that individual, and tell them take the action. 3 days later, we send them an email that takes them to a second video. And in the second video, I like talking about the myths or the obstacles and say, hey, if you're going to get this thing, if you're going to arrive at this promised land, then watch out for number 1, and here's the solution. Watch out for thing number 2, and here's the solution. Or here's myth number 3, and here's the truth. Hey, by the way, just wanted to show up and wanted to give you extra value. Put in schedule a session, right? Give them that complimentary session. 6 days later, I like taking them to a sales video. It could be a hard sales video. Where you're saying, hey, by now, over the past 6 days, I've taught you X and I've taught you Y. If you're serious about getting X results, then take this action, which is scheduling a session, and here's how it's going to go down, right? So there they can schedule again. Email 9, I send them another email that's pointing them back to the session. And then email 12, not email 12, but 12 days after they opt in, I send them one last email, subject line, last chance. And in the body copy, I talk about all last chance. If you're going to get this thing, then do this. And understand that it's really interesting about this, by the way. 60 to 75% of your sales, of the actions taken, are going to come in on that last chance email. This, for whatever reason, people procrastinate and put it off and put it off. And once that last chance comes in, people are like, boom, I got to jump on this thing. What happens is you get them on the phone of a strategy call and you enroll them, which Andy is fantastic at doing. And he teaches all of our clients we work with how to do that wonderfully, wonderfully well. Now, here's the other thing. The third step here is understanding your program. Now, the program is fun, right? All you need to do is understand that your job as a coach or as a consultant is to get people through their gap as quickly and efficiently as possible. So my question to you is, what are your steps? You remember I talked about the prison and the paradise in the first part of the path. Look back at that part of your life. What were the steps that you've taken, and how can you break that down? If it's a 4-step process, how can you say, okay, well, maybe this program is 4 months, and each month we're going to tackle this. Or maybe you can say, well, every 2 weeks we're going to tackle a step, and so we make it an 8-week program. Like, how can you break it down? Or maybe it's every week we're attacking a step, and so it's a 1-month process, right? How can you break down everything you're doing to help guide people? So you have frameworks that you're teaching by. If you have the frameworks, you're going to be able to help get your clients results because you're not flying by the seat of your pants. You can assess, oh, they're already here. They already know their target market. They just need to tweak their platform. Oh, they already have a great platform and already know their target market. They already have a great offering. They just need to know different promotional elements, right? So know your framework so you have something that's scalable. It's going to have something that's going to get people results. And this is what's going to happen because you're over-delivering for these people. They're going to love you to death. Now, the last step of this is promotion. And understand, you need to know what are your promotional strategies. Because the reality is you can follow all of the 3 previous steps. And without consistent promotion, you will not be profitable. Now, there's various ways to promote, and one of my favorite methods is using Twitter, and the other is running Facebook ads. And using these two platforms hand in hand is a solid strategy to growing and scaling your business. Now, let me show you how this would work and play out into the overall picture. We already understand the homepage money machine. We understand this legitimate funnel. So now as we're going out and we're promoting with Facebook ads, we're driving people to a landing page. As we're going out and tweeting and connecting with people on Twitter, we're guiding people to a landing page. And when they come here, they see the video that's resonating with the target market. And they're saying, hey, I have that problem. I want to get that thing. So they opt in. And then they immediately are redirected to the first thing that you've promised them. 3 days later, they get the next thing, which is just like, oh, man, this is awesome. 6 days later, they're taken to something where you're calling them to action to get, tell them to do that complimentary session. They get on the phone, or maybe 9 days, they finally get on the phone, or 12 days later, they finally take you up on that last chance offer, get them on the phone, and that's where you're going to make that Skrilla, going to make the money, right? This is how all of this works hand in hand. Now, before we conclude, I want to share a promotional strategy that Andy and I have our clients use, and it works really, really, really great to enroll people into the products or the coaching programs. We call this the low-hanging fruit Facebook strategy. Now, here's the dealio. So many of you have gobs of Facebook friends, and you've met them at events. They've connected with you randomly over the years if you've been consistently creating content, and you have clients literally sitting in Facebook. And so many times we want to hide and say, oh, I'm just going to do a webinar and hopefully they show up, rather than going out, walking out of the cave and bashing the animal in the head and bringing back the food for your family. Yes, I know that's graphic, but I want to paint the picture, give you a little pattern interrupt here. I want you guys to go out, think through your target market, know the problem you're solving. If you follow the steps thus far, you should be able to reach into your friends list and scroll through and see who you're drawn through, click on their profile and see what they're up to. And if they're a potential client, write down their name. Like if what you have to offer could serve them, could help them, then guess what I want you to do? I want you to write down, find 10, 15, 20, 30 people, put it on a list, and then hop into Facebook and send each one of them a private message. Something like, hi name, I'm looking to help a few people, 5 people, 10 people, or help the coaches and consultants get X, the result, trying to help them get this, their program, product, or whatever launched. Thought of you, are you interested in something like this? ? Don't send them a link to a sales page. Don't send them a link to a PDF or attach to this or that. Just simple question. Are you interested in something like this? And guess what happens? Always a conversation is opened. A doorway is open where you can come in. You can then start going through basic sales, asking questions and qualifying them to see if they're a good fit, a good result. It's funny, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Alexa. I shared this on a webinar a couple weeks ago, and they had implemented. I remember it was Amy Fortney Parks is who it was actually, and she said, "AJ, that was such a genius tactic, the low-hanging fruit Facebook strategy." So she's like, "I've thought of that, but for whatever reason, I never thought about implementing it, and I did, and within about 6 hours, I had 2 clients." She's like, I thought about it, but I never really had the confidence to do it. But since you said to do it, I did it, and it worked. So I'm telling you right now, you guys have money sitting in your Facebook friends, and go implement the low-hanging fruit Facebook strategy. Yes, it's going to be scary. Push through. That's what's going to take you to the next place. All right, so by now, you understand what you must do to launch and monetize a product, brand, or a coaching program. I want you guys to think through this. On a scale of 1 to 10, think through. How serious are you to launch your business or take your business to the next level? I remember we did this training the other night and people were like 9, 10, 11. And one guy did like 9,256,000, some really random number. I thought it was awesome. And that was the highest number anybody's ever said. I need you to understand that Andy and I's goal is to help you to get your product, brand, or your coaching program up and running in 90 days. We want to see you guys use Twitter and Facebook to build your email list, use email marketing to connect with your clients, and use video to position you, my friend, as an authority, and use Twitter to get your message out to the world in a very, very big way. What I want to do now is share with you what you can do to move forward. You can A, do it by yourself, or B, hire us to help you out. Now, I remember struggling for 2 years, 2 solid years, trying my best to implement all this training information I learned. I mean, I would listen to webinars, I watched videos, I listened to audios, and to no avail could I get results. I mean, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't pull it off. I felt like every time I learned some new piece of information, that all I was given was just another piece of the puzzle. And yet what I was left yearning for was a GPS. I needed something or someone to come into my life and tell me the step-by-step directions that I needed to take to reach my goals. Because I assure you, I'm an action taker. I just need to know, tell me where to go, tell me how far I need to drive down the road, take what exit so I can get to my destination. And then I made the decision to invest in myself, and I hired a guy named Garrett J. White, and it was one of the best decisions I'd ever made. Garrett gave me access to his on-demand home study course. I had devoured the entire content he had put together. And then he told me what I needed to do when we met together during the month. And within the first 14 days of hiring Garrett and getting access to his program, his advice and guidance helped me create and fill my first program and generate an extra $2,400 in income. Now, for some of you guys, you're like, oh, $2,400 in income, that's not a lie. And for some of you guys, $2,400 would change your life. At this point in my life in 2012, $2,400 a month in income changed my life. It gave me hope. It told me that I could pull this off. It made me understand if I could see it within them, it really was in me because I got the results. And it's only been uphill from there. So having access to his program and his direct guidance, it's helped me in so many ways, and I wouldn't be here today without his help. Now, what would it be like, guys? What would it be like to wake up and see people who have opted into your list? I'm talking about picking up your phone, rolling out of bed, picking up your phone, checking your email like so many of us do, and have people saying, you know what, I need your help. Or, man, hey, thanks. This is awesome. I bought your product. I enrolled in your program. Hey, I want to talk with you. What would that be like for you guys? What would it be like to connect with people who want to promote you or to have you on their podcast? What would it be like to have a sustainable business? What I want to do with you is share what Andy and I helping you looks like. It's called Game Time University. Now, a lot of people, they buy information products or courses, and it's just a piece of what they need. They don't have access to the playbook to actually win their impossible game. You know, we want to see coaches and consultants who are crushing it in life and business. We want to see you successfully launch your product, brand, or coaching program in the next 90 days. You've been given a message, and the world needs you, my friend. Now, here's what it's all about. It's about building your list, establishing you as an authority, and getting clients. Within 90 days, you're going to set up a website that actually builds your list and gets paying clients. You're going to design a profitable marketing funnel. You're going to create an effective marketing plan for your business. You're going to build your email list on a budget. You're going to get a positive ROI from your advertising. You're going to position yourself as a rock star in your industry and attract thousands of followers. Now, here's what our Game Time University will do for you. It's going to accelerate your results by leveraging our experience, save you time and money and prevent costly mistakes, and ensure your efforts to build your list and help you get your message out and your gifts out to the world. It's also going to help you crush and dominate your industry. So what in the world is Game Time University? Andy, what in the world is Game Time University, bro?
What is Game Time University? Well, hey, at a very, very high level, Game Time University is all about giving you the opportunity to make it your time. To make it your time. In short, Game Time University is an online community filled with videos, swipe files, and more to help you launch your brand, product, or coaching program. I mean, inside you're going to get unlimited access to video tutorials. So, you know, tonight is an example. I mean, it's more of a high-level example because we're giving you some high-level stuff here tonight. But we dig deep into all the details of everything you've seen tonight on many, many video tutorials. And so whether you're brand new to being an online entrepreneur or have been in the game for a while, there are over 70 video tutorials that guide you through the process of launching your online business from step 1 to closing clients, building your business platform and growing your email list, and monetizing your business with coaching or consulting programs and products. And you'll also have unlimited access to a forum and a private Facebook group. I mean, if you're looking to find what's working and what to avoid as an online entrepreneur, or chat about the latest on mindset, marketing, mechanics, or maybe just find other like-minded entrepreneurs to connect with and network with, the Game Time Forum and private Facebook group has it all, and it's available 24/7. And then every month, AJ and I, we do a live Q&A session where you can join other game changers. That's what we call people in our community. So if you join tonight, you know, you're a game changer. You're going to change your life and the people you work with. And so you can every month, AJ and I get on a live Q&A where you can join other game changers, live to ask us any questions you have. We'll take any question you have. In fact, we'll do hot seats. You know, we'll help you with strategy. We'll help you if you get stuck, and anything you need, whether it's questions, whether it's overcoming certain things, whether it's more technical detail to help you break through, you're going to get that on those live Q&A sessions. And so from branding to marketing strategies to program creation to becoming an online Jedi master, we got you on these Hangouts. So let me break it down for you. We wanted to make sure Game Time University is more like a playbook, telling you which play to run and when to ultimately win your game.
Now, see, what we've done is we've organized all the information into 4 sections because, you know, I hate like when people just overwhelm us with a bunch of content, you know. And so Game Time University is actually an online hub where you go to gametimeuniversity.com. You're able to log in, put in a username and a password, and you're going to have access to all of this content. Well, I just don't want to put it all up and then it's like, well, where do we start? We have all this content. We wanted to give you guys a playbook. So what we've done is we've broken it down into quarters. So in like the first module, the first section of the website, you're going to have what we call quarter 1. And it's all about power. So before you can launch, you guys need to be absolutely clear on what you have to offer and who you help and master your mindset. Because like I said, you guys can know the mechanics and you can know marketing. But if you do this, if you know marketing and mechanics before you have access to your own unlimited power, I promise you it's going to be a recipe for disaster. So we have video tutorials within that, a lot of tutorials that's going to help you establish the solid foundation to build your online empire upon. From uncovering your why, to clarifying your marketing stories, to overcoming fear, and identifying your target market, just to name a few, the university is designed to walk you through step by step. Now, the second part of the program, again, you log in, you can have access to all this information. We're even going to have like a progress bar so you can see your progress as you're going through this thing. We call it the second quarter. It's all about platform. Now, this is where the shit gets techie, but not like overwhelming where it's like scary. It's just really easy, okay? So once you're clear on what you want and what you want to, who you want to help, we got numerous video tutorials that walk you step by step to building your online platform. I mean, why pay someone to build a website when you can build a beautiful website that actually builds your list and makes sales just using Optimized Press and WordPress? Like, I used to think techie was hard, and honestly, it used to be. But in today's world, if you can operate Facebook, and what I mean by that is if you can log into Facebook and upload a picture, and if you can edit a Word document, right, bold, italic, and underline, change the fonts and the sizes, that type of thing, you guys can actually master online technologies. I mean, it's really that easy if you allow yourself to do the freaking work. From setting up your website
to AJ.
Yeah.
AJ, it's Andy. I wanted to interject something real quick because I bet there's a couple of people on here that are going, there's no way I can build a website. There's no way. And I'll tell you what, I was one of those people too. So, you know, you still have the opportunity to go hire someone to build a website if that's what you want to do. But we're just giving you the opportunity to know that you don't have to. Or more importantly, for the person that isn't technical and is going to go pay someone to do it anyways, you'll at least know what you need on that website. So you don't have, you know, go and pay $3,000, $4,000 for a website only to come back and realize it's not designed the way for you to do the 3 things that AJ talks about, you know, which is add value and ultimately bring you leads and ultimately be able to provide content so that you build relationships with your customers. I just wanted to throw that in, AJ, because it's so important that for anything that you go and pay for technology-wise, you at least need to know what you need. And I didn't know what I didn't know for the longest time.
Yeah, I remember when you spent like $3,500 on your website, and you asked me, you were so excited. I'm like, hey, this is great. It's missing a lot of things. And you're like, damn it.
Oh, I was so upset, man. I know. And then it cost me, you know, another $3,500 to get it fixed. So, oh gosh.
Now, the third quarter is all about product and program creation. And what we're going to do there is understand how to create the products and program, because sharing your message is fun, but getting paid to share your message and help people is even better. So now there's multiple ways to monetize your online empire, and we're going to share all of that. From one-on-one coaching to masterminds to affiliates, we share the strategies and the frameworks to teach you how to get paid before you spend countless hours creating content for a program. Guys, if you guys are going out and building a program and then hoping and praying people are going to buy it, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because what if they don't? What if they don't buy it and you spent all this time, all this money creating something? I'm here to tell you, you can get paid to create a product or program if you go about it the right way from the start. You literally, all you need to do is be clear on who you help, how you're helping them, wireframe and map out everything on paper, and then promote it and see if you can get people to buy it. And if so, then you guys can go out and promote it, right? I mean, then you can go out and say, all right, hey, we are going to do this thing. You guys did validate that this is a great idea. Now, here's the last quarter. We call this the fourth quarter, and it's all about promotion. And I love promotion. And it's always changing and updating. That's one thing that I love about it. It's just a continuing, lifelong process. You guys can have the best offering. We can have the best offering in the world and the best service available. But if no one knows we exist, we might as well not be in business, right? So we have numerous tutorials that walk you step by step to mastering Twitter. It's one of my favorite tools. I'm pretty good at it. I've been training people on it. We have a course called Tweet for Profits. We walk people through in the university. We have training on Facebook ads, like many of you guys got on this webinar from Facebook ads. We teach you exactly what we did there. Webinars, offline sales events, and sales strategy. Andy is a master at teaching people how to enroll people into whether it's a consulting or whether it's coaching. Now, we've already just if technology scares you, don't worry about it. We've got the goods waiting for you in Game Time University, including the exact email templates and webinar scripts that we use here at Game Time Movement to promote our business, build our list, and close clients. I'm telling you, if you guys can follow along and do what the videos say, you're going to be good to go.
That's so true and so awesome, AJ. And I love it too. We break this down into 4 quarters. We're using a sports theme here, Game Time, and we break it down into 4 quarters. But just like any game, you also got to have a pregame, and sometimes you got to go into overtime. So, in addition to all of what AJ just told you is in there, we actually, circle, if you will, and encompass all of that, but also some other key things, right? And so those things are mindset and sales. So, I, in my own life, have learned a ton of things about overcoming fear, constantly having confidence, always being clear, and actually have developed systems and programs that I train and coach all of my clients. AJ and I coach all of our clients on this as well. Because remember what we talked about before, 80% of your success is going to be your psychology. So we're not going to leave you hanging. We're actually going to provide that too. And so in the pregame, we're going to have mindset techniques, NLP techniques. We're going to have my 4-step process on how to overcome fear. Face, embrace, act, repeat. We'll go through that in the Game Time University. And I'm going to give you some rock solid daily routines that the best of the best entrepreneurs use, as well as my own, so that you can show up for your life and your business in a way you have never imagined. So that you can show up each day fired up, motivated, and at a snap of a finger, bring that into your being so that you can then go and execute all of this technology stuff that you need as an online entrepreneur. And as AJ mentioned, I am somewhat of an expert in sales strategies. And so as part of the overtime and as part of promotion, you have to absolutely develop confidence and learn some simple techniques and strategies for sales. So, AJ talked about the low-hanging fruit Facebook strategy, and, you have to combine offline sales with online sales, especially early on. And so we're going to give you some techniques and some strategies, some tips to be able to do that very easily and to build some confidence so you can go out there and be a great salesperson. And we'll give you the exact enrollment strategy that we use with each and every one of our clients so that you have a formula, a step-by-step process that you can practice, role play, and get better and better at. So ultimately, when you do attract those clients and they come on board with you or you're on the phone or live with them, you can improve your closing ratios and you can do what you need to do, which is actually serve the people that you want to serve.
Yeah, and so when you come into the university, here's what you're going to get. I mean, here are the features of it, right? It's a lifetime membership. Like, hear me on this, lifetime, like you pay, it's good to go for life, right? Lifetime membership to the university. You're going to have access to an ever-evolving video library, right? It's always going to be updated. And that's the thing about online marketing is it's always changing. Promotional techniques is always changing. Facebook and Twitter, all of these ad things, and everything's changing. So we're always going to be updating it, keeping you guys on the brink of what's going on, because like I said, we want to see you guys change the world. You guys are game changers. That's what it's about. Also going to have a forum within the membership site. You're going to have access to a private Facebook group where you can connect with your peers, ask questions. You're going to have a monthly Q&A Google Hangout. So we're going to be live with you guys via video One of the things Andy and I love doing is drawing out campaigns. I use a virtual whiteboarding process. And so I'm able to visually convey, hey, here's the email. This is when it needs to drop. Here's the pages that need to create. And it makes everything very clear. And our clients love when we're able to map that out for them because it's very easy to understand. Plus, understand you're going to have access to all the recordings and all the notes to every Hangout. Plus, there's a resource tab packed with recommendations. And like we said before, email and contract templates, ad copy, and a webinar swipe files. Like I wish I would have had this 4 years ago. Now the first classes are going to roll out. We have 14 classes are going to roll out with the university when this thing opens up on November 3rd is when the doors are going to open for the Game Time University. So the first classes are Unlimited Power, How to Gain Personal Clarity, Confidence, and Certainty. Business Creation, Selecting Your Target Market. Website creation, right? I talked about how you guys can create if you need to, or like Andy said, you guys are going to know what needs to be on there if you want to work with a designer. You're going to have resources to hire some really great designers. We use a guy named Jan Koch in Germany. Love that guy. And you guys can have access to Jan if you guys want to hire him. Brilliant. Love that guy. I can't say enough good things about that guy. Autoresponders. Learn how to write email copy that converts and that people actually love to read. You're also going to have classes on the automated follow-up. You're going to learn how to make money while you sleep. So you're following up with those clients. You're going to track the clients, which is going to how to grow your email list and discover the exact frameworks to creating something people pay for. Some of the other classes you're going to look at is webinars. Webinars like this. How do you write the script? How do you do a webinar? How do you get people there, right? That's the webinars. Twitter. I'm going to teach you guys the secret strategy to get leads without spending a single dollar on Twitter. I love the Twitter. Facebook. How to uncover the social strategy to gaining paying clients. And YouTube, learning how to become a host of your own TV show. And then lastly, the 3 last classes that you're going to have access to when the doors open to the university is podcasting. Andy's launched a successful podcast. He's crushed. It's really helped him in his expert positioning. He's able to connect with wonderful people because of that podcast. So we're going to teach you how to launch it and build the audience. And then also, how the magic to building your online empire fast. Like Andy said, you guys need to go out, sell stuff. Offline is the fastest path to cash. And we can talk about the balance between hunting and farming and content marketing and old school sales. And then lastly, strategy sessions. How to enroll and close clients on the phone. Once you guys learn how to close clients on the phone, everything changes.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't want to be like the those guys on TV who are like, but wait, there's more. But I'll tell you what, there is, and this is actually something I want you to pay very close attention to, because not only have we included all that, and if you say what AJ just put in there, all the value of all the prices of all those different values and things that we put in there, it's amazing in and of itself. But here's what we're about to do. I'm about to show you some bonuses and provide you with some bonuses that are going to actually pay for this before you even pay for it. So we've decided that we're also going to throw in 3 months access to our Game Changer community. Now that kicks off in January, and what Game Changer is going to be, it's going to be a $500 a month group coaching experience where each month a select few will set what they deem as impossible games in their business, and each week we come together to crush those goals, to have it all in life and business. So you're going to get accountability, you're going to get community, and essentially once you have this foundation for your business, you're going to have an opportunity to be part of the Game Changer community so that you can continue every 90 days to set big goals, go out there and crush those goals, live that impossible game, and have the coaching from AJ and I, as well as support of a community to make sure you're continuing and having that consistency to take your business to the next level. Now, that's just one of our bonuses. We have another bonus that our wonderful friend Sue B. Zimmerman has been so kind. She's been so kind enough to throw in her $500 course, 7 Steps to Insta Results. Now, Sue is an Instagram expert. In fact, she's branded as the Insta Gal. And Sue has shared the stage with Seth Godin, John Lee Dumas, Chris Ducker, Pat Flynn, Chris Brogan, just to name a few. And I'll tell you, each and every one of them are leveraging her to implement their Instagram. So here, her program is amazing. And Sue's going to come on, and what she's going to do is she's going to give us those 7 steps, and she's also going to spend an hour going through Q&A and showing you exactly what she does on Instagram. So we talked about the importance of social media. Well, Instagram is an up-and-coming player. Some of you may be using it, but Sue can show you how to use it to the next level. And AJ already is going to show you how to use Twitter. So that's a $500 value right there as a bonus. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to actually throw in another bonus. So Shane and Ryan from Area 51, Facebook Ads and Marketing, have decided to give us a bonus for Game Time University. And their program is valued at $500 as well. Now, these guys are unbelievable. You should check them out, Google them, Facebook them, whatever. Go check out Shane Johnston and Ryan Skelly, Area 51 Facebook Marketing. They have done launches for Mike Koenig's, Pam Hendrickson, and Ryan Dice. They've partnered and been affiliates for some of the biggest names out there, and they are the pros for Facebook ads and marketing. And so they are going to give us a 3-video series as well as an additional hour live for you all to be trained on Facebook ads and marketing. So this is available. This is available as bonuses if you purchase tonight. We're gonna show you that you're gonna get these 3 bonuses, and then what we've also done is that we're for the first 10 people. Again, first 10 people. So as soon as I'm finished telling you this, go and check this out. First 10 people. What we're gonna do? We're gonna give AJ and I are gonna give you a 90-minute VIP pre-game strategy session. Now this is where AJ and I will meet with you virtually and help you design a winning strategy for your business. We break down your website, we draw out a marketing strategy, and we'll give you the step-by-step process so that you can get the results and help you map out your next moves over the next 90 to 180 days. And now listen, our one-on-one clients, for just a session like this, just to have this one 90-minute session, pay us $500 to have this experience. And it's unbelievable. So, I mean, if you look at these bonuses alone, you can add them up. But essentially, we're giving you almost $3,000 in bonuses, and we haven't even told you the price of the program yet. But when you add it all up, and you go through access to the classes, the monthly Q&A and Google Hangouts, a private Facebook group at $97, Game Changer Community at $1,500, the Sue's bonus of Instagram for $500, Shane and Ryan's bonus for Facebook ads and training for $500, and then AJ and I giving you the pre-game strategy session for the first 10. The course more than pays for itself. And in addition, you get access to ever-evolving library. Again, this is not a one-time deal. This is a lifetime membership, and we are going to constantly be adding more and more and more to the Game Time University. We got to stay current on all of those different things. And then also the email and contract templates, priceless. Ad copy and webinar scripts with swipe files are priceless. The total value of Game Time University, including these bonuses, is well over $14,000. And we're even going to give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. So we're going to do our absolute best to guide 31 people to getting results over the course of 90 days. If for whatever reason you feel like we did not add value to your life and business, ask for your money back. We'll give you 100% of your money back in those first 30 days. But I would be shocked if any of you would do that, because if you take action on this, you're going to start to take your business to the next level immediately. And within those first 30 days, you should pick up a few clients, and that should pay for the course as well. So tonight, it's a special night. It's a very special night, and we're going to give you the early bird Game Time special, because as we mentioned, on November 3rd is the official day that the doors will open to Game Time University. And on that day, the price will be $997. It will never, ever be lower than $997 again on November 3rd. But for you and for all of you on tonight's training and webinar, we're going to give you the early bird special that will never be seen again. And so what we're going to do is we're going to knock off $300 for you guys tonight. That's right, $300. So originally it was $997. We're going to do it for $697. We want to help you launch your product, brand, or coaching program for $697, lifetime membership to Game Time University. Or if you need a payment plan, we can do it for 3 easy payments of $297. So again, $997 is the price. The early bird special for you on here tonight is $697, or 3 easy payments of $297. Now listen, we've invested personally over $200,000 and bringing you this Game Time University and a combined 7 years of coaching. And so now for less than $8 a day over the next 90 days, or in fact, for under almost $2 a day over the entire year, you can learn everything that it took for us to spend $200,000 on it in 6 years. You can learn this in 90 days or less. So if you're serious about getting your message out to the world, what is it worth to be able to have the skill sets and to know how to start reaching your target market tomorrow? I've learned in order to grow anything, you have to invest. In fact, you are your best investment. If you don't invest in yourself, then you really shouldn't invest in anything else. And so tonight you have an opportunity to actually get a great deal on something to invest in yourself and in your business and in your life. And the reality is that if nothing changes, nothing changes. And so tonight is an opportunity for you to take action. Because here's the thing. The past is the past. Learn from it. The future is yet to come. Prepare for it. But the time is now. Act on it.
I love it, man. And so here's the link, guys. Go to GameTimeUniversity.com and understand, remember, we only have 10 spots for the VIP strategy sessions. The first 10 are only going to get access to those VIP strategy sessions. I know one person is already taken, so there's 9 spots left for the VIP strategy session. So make sure you take those. And the carts are going to close on this thing on October 10th. October 10th is going to be the last day to be able to pick this program up for $697. After October 10th, this will never, ever, 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 ever be $697 again. Not happening. So this is just for you guys, for you. We wanted to do something ridiculously special since this is kind of the early bird special of Game Time University. So if you guys are, go to GameTimeUniversity.com. Make sure when you check out, use the promo code GameTime. If you do not use the promo GameTime, you will not be able to get the $300 discount. So use the promo code GameTime to get that discount. Now, if you're wanting the 3-pay option, some of you guys want the 3-pay option. It's going to cost you a little bit more money, but you can go make the 3-pay option. It will take you directly to the PayPal checkout where you can pay 3 payments of $297. So you're going to pay a couple $100 more. But if that's what you need to take advantage of this offer, then feel free to go to GameTimeUniversity.com/3, the number 3, pay, P-A-Y, and be able to check out. And so, man, we're just excited. I mean, I am stoked to death about this. I'm excited to help you guys out. And my question to you guys is, like, what in the world would your life look like? What is your life going to look like 90 days from now if you had access to the information to build your program? And what impact is that going to have on your relationships? How would it change the relationship with your significant other? How would it change your finances? What impact would it have on your children? Whether you guys want to take them on to vacation or paying off debt, if you had extra income coming in so you could apply it to pay off debt, right? What would it look like? What would it mean to your life? What would it mean to your wife, your girlfriend, your fiance? What would it mean to your parents, to your grandparents, to your aunties, to your uncles, to your children? What would it mean? And what's holding you back, man? Like, is it technology? Is it scared of technology? Is it a fear of failure? What's holding you back? And what is it costing you if you don't take action? What is it costing you if you don't just go for your dreams? You feel the calling burning deep within you. What is it going to cost you if you don't take action? Are you just going to settle for a life of mediocrity and say, nah, one day, one day, one day. I just need more information one day, one day, one day. And then you look up and your whole life has passed you by. And the whole time you wake up every single day with that burning sensation, knowing that you're called to play a bigger game, but yet you keep rejecting the voice that's calling you. The voice is calling you, telling you, saying, son, daughter, I've called you to do this. Will you go out and be the change that I want you to be? Or are you going to allow the people that I've called you to lead to be swept into the raging waters of life? What is it costing you? Now, I understand, like, these are all common problems. Andy and I have dealt with these over the years. But we figured it out. We figured out how to conquer our mindsets. We figured out how to master marketing. We figured out how to master the mechanics to take and launch and monetize a coaching program or a coaching business or as a consultant. We've both been in all of these roles. It's not like something we just decided to say, hey, let's put something in together in an online package and go sell some people some shit. That's not what we've decided to do. This is something that we've been doing for 7 years combined. We've been coaching people every day in the trenches, bleeding with them, in the trenches, sweating with them, walking through the muck and the mire. We know what works, we know what doesn't work, and we want to help you guys and save you guys from all of the pain and to save you from spending $210,000 like we have to figure out the solutions. And we've taken everything we've known into our lives up to this point that works and put it into Game Time University for you, where you be able to, at your fingertips, go to Game Time University, log in, watch the videos, and you can build your business as fast as you want to move or as slow as you want to move. You're going to have that accountability where once a month we hang out via Google Hangouts, we answer questions. We just want to be those support system. We want to be those coaches who are with you through the process. We want to bleed for you. If you're out in the trenches in the battlefield of the game of life and you're bleeding, we want to be bleeding with you. If you're running for the goal and you need a block, then dude, I want to take that block for you. I want to knock that little fucker out so you can continue running, so you can go out and conquer that goal, right? I want Andy to be that guy on the sideline that's cheering you on. I want Andy to be the guy who's throwing the pass for us. I want Andy to be the guy who's helping you hit the block, or maybe Andy and I both are up on defense knocking people out so you can get going, right? That's what Game Time.
Yeah, I want to be the blocker, man. I want to be out there on the field. Come on, man. You know, believe it or not, I'm about 5'7", 165 pounds. But at one point in my life, early on, I was an offensive lineman in 8th grade when I played football. That was based on the pounds. So, man, AJ, you were just rocking it there. You know, that is essentially what Game Time University is all about. That's what AJ and I are all about, and we are committed to your success. 110% committed to your success. And so, you know, we've been on here for about 90 minutes, so I just want to say thank you for everyone for being on. You know, we as you can see, AJ and I really like 90. Right, so we've been on this webinar tonight for 90 minutes. We do a program that hopefully gets you results in 90 days or less. And again, just as a reminder, if you're one of the first 10 people that sign up tonight, you are going to get the 90-minute VIP strategy with AJ and myself. So listen, if you're listening right now, it's time for a gut check. Right, in the fashion of sports, it's time for a gut check, because you know, here's the deal: if you're feeling something inside, and you feel like it's time, you feel like you've been stirred, like you know it's your time to take action, then just go take that action. I mean, what are you waiting for? You know, this is not that huge of an investment. You know, $697 isn't a small investment, but for everything that you get, and as we mentioned at the beginning of the call, you know, we said we've never seen a training like this. We've never seen a training that brings it all together, connects all the dots, it's all the pieces of the puzzle, and you're going to get two guys that absolutely care about your results. Absolutely care about your results. So go to Game Time University, put in the promo code Game Time, and I believe that it's actually caps. So you got to have Game Time, one word, all caps, and get that promo code. $697 tonight, or you can get the 3-pay option for $297. And then AJ, if you could you just go back to those bonus slides, because I got to share that again. So, you know, we talked about the first 10 people, you're going to get a 90-minute VIP strategy session. But the other things that you're going to get, these bonuses pay for the course alone, okay? And so you're going to get Sue B. Zimmerman's Insta Results, 7 steps to Insta Results for Instagram, plus she's going to get on and spend an hour with us doing any type of Q&A and how to leverage Instagram to get Insta Results. That alone is a $500 value. And then we're going to have Shane and Ryan from Area 51, guys that have done, again, they've done launches for Mike Koenig's, Pam Hendrickson. I mean, some of the biggest names out there. And they're going to get on with you, and they're going to share with you their secrets for Facebook ads and marketing, plus provide us with a 3-part video series all for free. These are all free bonuses. That alone's a $500 value. Subi Zimmerman's is a $500 value. And then AJ and I are going to give you 3-month access to the Game Changer community. It's a $500 a month program, so a total value of $1,500. That alone is the bonuses alone are $2,500. And if you're one of the first 10, add another $500 to it, because the VIP training is $500. VIP strategy session we're going to give you is another $500. So the first 10, you get $3,000 in value. Everyone after that is going to still get $2,500 of value above and beyond what you pay for this program. And one last thing. So I know some of you are out there going, you know what? I got some questions. You know, I just need a little bit of help here. I think I understand what they just shared with me. It was a lot of content. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you're overwhelmed. Maybe you just need to connect with us and have a conversation and say, you know, I think this is right for me, and we'll have a conversation with you. Listen, if this isn't right for you, we'll be the first to tell you that it's not right for you. We're only interested in working with people that are going to have results and that are really going to step up their game. And we'll make sure that this is right for you. And if it isn't right for you, we'll let you know that as well. But you have an opportunity, as you see right on the screen right now. This is the same sales page. You go to www.gametimeuniversity. And if you need to talk with us, instead of hitting the buy button, go ahead and hit that contact button, AJ, one more time. So you see AJ, he hit the contact button. It says, let's talk. Put in your name, put in your email. You'll be able to schedule a strategy session with us. You'll be able to chat with us directly. We'll make sure we answer all your questions and see if this is the right fit for you. And then last but not least, to just close this thing out, again, thank you for being with us. The program is $697 until October 10th. We didn't tell you that date yet, so you have until October 10th that this will be $697. However, only 31, and only 31 will get the bonuses, and only 10 are going to get the VIP strategy session with AJ and I. So get out there. If you're ready right now, go to GameTimeUniversity.com, promo code GameTime, $697, and make it happen now. For those of you that need to ask questions or want to talk with us, go to GameTimeUniversity.com, hit the contact button, schedule a time to chat with us, and you're going to be well on your way to launching and monetizing your business, program, or service in 90 days or less. And so here it is. Here it is. And we're going to close on this. Thank you again for being here, but we're going to close on this. And I got a couple of quotes for you. Number one is this. You don't have to be great to get started, but you got to get started to be great. You don't have to be great to get started, but you got to get started to be great. And for as many of you out there that believe that you chose to be here, here we are, almost 100 minutes in to this webinar, and you're still on. You got to ask yourself, why are you still on? And the reality is this: as much as you think you chose to be here, the reality is you were chosen to be here. Something greater is calling you, and it's now your time to take action. It's now your time to jump right in, because, you know, I believe in something greater, and I believe that you've been called, and you believe that you've been called, and so it's time to take action. And just coincidentally, one of my favorite mentors, someone that I follow each and every day, who's a daily motivator, by the name of Ralph Marston. I woke up this morning and I opened up Ralph Marston's Daily Motivation, and what do you know? The title of his theme today was Jump Right In. So I'm going to read this to you, and then we're going to close this thing up, and we're going to send you on your way. And so Ralph Marston sent out today, he said, jump right in. Stop waiting, dreaming and hoping for someday. Start living and working today to achieve the best of your dreams and to fulfill the highest of your hopes. Whatever you put off until someday never happens. Someday is forever out there, just around the corner, but never here and now. All that you have and all the great and creative things you're able to do are here and now. So jump right in and enjoy making life happen here and now. Today is what you have, and it's filled with energy, with possibility, with life and awareness, and with your powerful presence. Embrace this day. Ladies and gentlemen, embrace this moment. Embrace that feeling inside. And do yourself a favor and take a moment to launch and monetize your business in 90 days or less. Embrace this day with all its richness and use its moments, just like this one, to live true to your highest vision. And as we say at Game Time, it's time. It's your time. It's game time.